This is the JJO Morning Show podcast with Johnny and D. Listen, rate, subscribe.
Texas be cray. A 76-year-old woman in Texas assaulted a man's wife. 76 years old. Man, them seniors be spry these days. This bitch was furious that he was playing bagpipes in a park.
Hey.
She also threatened to call her husband, who's a federal judge. The judge did show up at one point, but he's not accused of doing anything wrong. Here's the man who was blowing his bagpipes in the park, Scott Gibb.
She said I had no right to play here in this public park. And she said, I'm going to call my husband. He's a federal judge, and he's going to make you stop. She basically swiped at my wife's face.
Jesus.
Yeah, what's the bitch got to do with it?
Why don't you kick the bagpiper in the bagpipes?
Yeah, why are you going after his wife?
What do you got to go after her for?
Yeah.
That's stupid. That's the dumbest headline ever.
Dumb bitch. Dumb old bitch.
Wow.
Yeah, and then to be like, I'm calling my husband.
Not everybody likes bagpipes. I thought everybody loved bagpipes.
Her name is Eunice The Chunt.
Okay, sounds crazy.
She does. She sounds like an old C word, John. Eunice the C word.
I trust you when it comes to C words.
Yeah, I know my way around one.
I don't question that.
Anyway, yeah, Monday evening. Who doesn't like hearing the bagpipes?
Yeah,
that's the other thing.
I like bagpipes. If I had a neighbor that broke, reasonably, I don't need drunk bagpipes at midnight, but
right.
But if there was a reasonable 6:00 matinee of bagpipes next door to me, I might go grab a beer and go, let's go see what all the hubbub's about.
Yeah, well, it was in a public park.
Yeah.
So dude's just out there on an evening little stroll, playing the bagpipes, which sounds magical. If I was in the park in the evening time,
I would walk right over,
going on a stroll, and there's some bagpipe action. I'd be like, this is friggin' cool.
Right.
Not Eunice, the C word. Yeah. So then Eunice was like, I'm bringing my husband into this. And he was
sure he's thrilled.
I'm sure, yeah, he was probably just pumped about the situation. So she made good about her threat to call her husband to the scene. She was super aggressive, yelling and screaming. He was playing corn.
Listen to that.
That's the rest of the story.
That is awesome. Lovely, lovely. Listen to the timber. Oh, man. Is me and the guy from Korn the only guy that likes bagpipes?
No, dude.
What's his name? Michael Stipe or something? What's his name?
No.
Mickey, wait, let me look in the wall. What's that dude's name? I forget his name. Jonathan Cain. No, that's Journey. Jonathan. Davis.
There you go.
Hang out with Korn a lot. Sorry. No, that's cool, man.
Gib.
Doesn't it feel like that's like have you ever been at a funeral and heard bagpipes?
Yeah.
I have too.
Sad.
Very sad, dude.
Make you cry.
That and the goddamn 21 gun salute.
Now, Scott Gibb here, the piper, no relation to Brother Gibb, the Bee Gees.
Right.
Said that he's originally from Scotland, and he says bagpipes are an important tradition in his famdam, and he was playing a set that was handed down by his grandpappy. He frequently plays along the trail without any issues until Eunice the C word came along.
My goodness.
Texans just love the sound of the pipe, except for this old bitch, he said.
Very specific old bitch. That one right there. Oh, it's so funny.
Video shot by Gibb's wife shows Eunice standing inches away from Gibb with a phone trained on him.
Yeah.
Literally stuck it right in my face, blinding my eyes, he said. When she realized that Gibbs' wife is also recording, Gibbs said Eunice tried to stop her. She basically swiped at my wife's face. So she was like, I can be the only one recording here, not you. You can't record me being a bitch. And that's when it all went down.
What a story.
The husband got there. Cell phone video shows him and his wife pursuing Gibbs' wife as she walks along the trail. What is happening? As she was walking, she was videoing behind her, and this big guy and the woman were chasing after her. The constable's office said Eunice, who appears with a black eye in her booking photo, tripped and fell while reaching for the victim's backpack. And that's what you get for being a big old bitch.
Bam. She sounds lovely.
She sounds so pleasant. So the listed attorney for Eunice, Ryan Patrick, is also the son of the lieutenant governor.
Wow.
And remember, Eunice's husband be a judge.
Just remember, no matter how crazy you be, you might be attacking some nice lady with a gun in her sock. Mm-hmm. I'm just saying, because it is. Did you say Texas?
Yeah.
Yeah, they shoot people down there for looking at you cross-eyed.
Yeah, dude, how do you know he didn't have a gun in his bagpipes, lady?
What that's all about.
So she's got a misdemeanor assault charge coming at her. She has no criminal history, but that's probably because she's been getting away with everything her whole damn life.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
She confronted him, I guess, several weeks ago along the same trail. Came after him again recently, and that's when this all went down.
Wow.
The earlier confrontation never became physical, and authorities weren't contacted. But since this one got physical, they were contacted. Jeez Louise.
It's public park there, Karen.
Yeah.
Why don't you tuck your vag up in there and go on home? Calm your 76-year-old vag down.
Mm-hmm.
That's like a grandma Karen.
That is terrible.
That's deathbed Karen.
Who doesn't
She ain't
like...
She's gonna be really dead. She keeps pulling that schnit.
I cannot believe you don't like the bagpipes, Eunice.
I mean, people look for a reason to shoot you in Texas. They just want to, exercise their right.
Mm-hmm.
Don't play, dude. Man, I wonder what old Karen feels like. How she feels about an accordion. She might go postal.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe
she must just have a bad ear or something. I don't know.
76 and irritable.
76 and she's done with your schnit, dude.
So her husband's a judge and her lawyer is the son of the lieutenant governor.
Old people. I don't know what to tell you. They just they're not reasonable. They want old.
That is a broad sweeping statement,
yes,
dude.
It is. Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
Damn.
I don't know. She got from a long line of crazy Karens.
Well, I hope none of you run into Eunice today.
I mean, are you so shocked by a bagpipe when you hear it? I mean, you don't need to grow up hearing your grandfather play bagpipes for you to, not like bagpipes.
You're right.
Or like bagpipes, either way.
Yeah. I mean, it would take a lot to set me off in a public park.
It's like she just hates music.
She's got something out against this guy.
Yeah.
She doesn't like people from Scotland. I don't know.
Yeah, I know.
Who knows?
I don't know. Don't know.
Wow.
Wouldn't it be cool to sit up to Devil's Lake on a Sunday morning? Because I'm easy like Sunday morning. And I've got a
great song.
I've got a nice vanilla bean latte, and I'm sitting there watching the sun come up, and all of a sudden, I don't know where it's going to come from, but I hear bagpipes. Like I feel like I'm looking for the Loch Ness Monster up at Devil's Lake State Park.
Yeah.
Just a mist coming over the lake. Dude, how cool would that be? I mean,
it kind of depends on the bagpipe song that you're hearing.
I know, but it's like an emotional instrument. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Name an emotional instrument for you.
That and the theremin. You know what a theremin sounds like?
I would say a guitar the way people play it.
Yeah.
What's a theremin?
Theremin. TH. Let me see. I can find one.
Putting myself through
a goddamn commercial. Ain't nobody get free commercial.
Jesus. Like say David Gilmour from Pink Floyd. Very emotional guitar player. He just makes that thing cry, Jimi Hendrix. George Harrison.
This thing.
Oh, yeah. It's Over the Rainbow. Yeah. magnetic waves or something weird.
Is...
You know, he's playing it with his hand, interrupting the sound waves. That's cool.
Yeah, that thing makes me cry sometimes.
That's really cool, dude.
Yeah.
Santana ain't got nothing on the theremin.
Damn. But yeah, the bagpipes do be emotional.
Yeah, you not like that.
Because she's a real C word.
Somebody else having fun.
Yeah, way to shat upon someone's joy. But that's what we do around here. Shat, shat, shat.
I guess is there like a version of bagpipes that would annoy me, like a version of bagpipes I've never heard, because the only bagpipes I know are just like bagpipe regular.
Well, I mean, I guess if he was really bad at bagpipes.
Well, right. I mean, but would you know the difference? Can you play bagpipes badly, and would you know the difference?
Yeah.
I suppose.
Yeah.
I suppose.
I mean,
I guess you could.
We didn't consider that.
I guess you could hack up an accordion too.
Yeah.
I never considered that. Hitting a sour note. Here, let me.
Bad bagpipe. Playing.
Let's see what I get here. Let me see if I get an out of tune. Okay, here we go. This is a bad bagpipe. See if this drives you crazy.
Maybe we're going to be on Eunice's side after all.
It actually says bad bagpipe playing. Here we go. There.
Yeah, there's no problem. I'm not scared, is it?
Here we go. He's tuning up. Hang on. Come on. Every bagpipe intro sounds like Korn. Shoots and ladders. And he's playing a beginning of a wedding. That doesn't sound horribly.
It doesn't sound horrible,
it's not the worst. I mean, he technically is playing better than I could.
Yeah. It's not an easy instrument, that's for sure.
Oh, that's pretty good. I give that a 6 out of 100.
Right. I mean, I'm no bagpiper.
That's not bad. That's fine.
All right. Well.
Everything's fine. Here's a bagpipe fail. Okay, hang on.
Uh-oh.
See what this guy's got.
Wait for the train to finish.
What?
Oh, he's waiting on a train to go by, and then he's going to bagpipe.
Jump in front of it? No? Oh.
Uh-oh. He's having all kinds of trouble.
That's bad.
Those are wrong notes. Yeah, those are wrong notes. That's forgetting the whole song right there. That's just blowing into something right there.
Yeah, that's bad.
Yeah. It just wavers off into the ether, and then you don't have shoots and ladders.
Okay, so maybe it was, but I don't know that it was crappy bagpipes. Either way, it's a public park.
Word.
You ain't got nothing. You find a different park. That's all you can do.
Dumbing down your smartphone. One podcast at a time. Listen, rate, and subscribe to the JJO Morning Show podcast. Get up with Johnny and D. JJO.
Now, we did have a guy from Kentucky here that had a super high ABV count. I posted about it, and people were like, man, I thought for sure this was going to be a Wisco story, because we're so used to the super drunk people being from Wisco. The multiple drunk drivers, the super drunk drivers, always from Wisco. This guy, let's see, 22-year-old. Police Kentucky said a driver was caught driving under the influence of alcohol. Madisonville Police Department were on the lookout for a speeding driver. They spotted the driver's vehicle parked at a gas station. Then they saw 22-year-old Berlin Martinez get into the car and drive off. Martinez then stopped in the middle of an intersection, and officers said they had seen him driving all over the road. When police pulled him over, Martinez told him, no hablas inglés. They tested his BAC, and he had a level of .236, 3 times the legal limit.
Yay.
He seemed to understand what they were saying. On the way to the cruiser, they heard Martinez say, "God damn," in perfect English.
Yes. Yes. Sometimes. What's the phrase I'm thinking of? Thinking of the phrase I'm thinking of. I don't know. That's perfect. I mean, sometimes that's all you can't say.
Yeah, I mean.
The less words, the better.
So he 3 times the legal limit. How are you even walking at point?
Oh, I'm sure I've walked.
236.
Yeah, I'm sure I've walked.
Really?
Bathroom and back at 236. Come on. Didn't you get that drunk at the police thing you do?
The drinking with cops?
Yeah, what'd you get up to?
I was .21.
Well, that's amazing. Congratulations.
Oh my God. It was I was a pile of crap though.
Yeah. You slept with a couple of cops that day, didn't you?
God, no.
Oh, sorry.
No. No. That's terrible. Why would you besmirch me like that?
I'm not sure. Why would I do that to the cops? I don't know.
When he was told he was more than 3 times the legal limit,
Oof.
Martinez just laughed and laughed and laughed. Bro. Have you ever done? Yeah, you've taken those. Ski had that breathalyzer thing at.
Yeah, we were trying to get our rookie numbers up. Where were we?
Was it Denver?
Oh yeah, I think it was with the altitude and the whiskey and we were trying to see who could win the high number. It's like the opposite of track. You want the high number. Unless you're throwing the discus.
I can't remember how that ended up.
I didn't win. I think boy, I was putting them down too. I was going for it.
Yeah. All right, so
I have my tolerance is just exceptional, I guess. I don't know what to tell you. I strive for awesomeness.
Uh-huh. Well, you're killing it. But I don't know that your tolerance. So even if your tolerance is high, your BAC doesn't have anything to do with your tolerance. Right?
You don't think so?
No.
It seems like it would.
Your BAC is still going to be the same as someone with a low tolerance. It's just going to be in how you act.
I don't know if I agree.
Yeah, because your body's still processing the alcohol the same.
Is it because I'm bigger?
So like if someone your same size and weight that doesn't drink or have a high tolerance, if you guys match drinking, right?
Yeah.
Like drink.
We're going to have the
drink
same
for drink.
Same BAC.
You're going to have the same BAC.
Oh man.
But you're going to
be
obviously
able to not stumble and take my pants off.
Right.
But
totally.
I want to take my pants off.
Right. And that's why it's called the social lubricant, because it just allows you to take your pants off.
I need just a little push over the cliff and
just a little permission from alcohol.
A little permission from Screwball to my pants drop.
Yes, sir. You can take those off. No one will judge you.
It's like when we turn it up to 11. You just need a little kick. It's one more than 10.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, sure. Why not? Makes sense.
Yeah. All right. Here we got a broad from Neilsville. I want to see what the rest of her shirt says in her mugshot, because the beginning of the shirt is, "Did you know there's 2 places?" Oh,
great riddle. Anybody own that shirt?
What's the rest?
Well, one's the butthole, and I assume. So it says there's 2 places, and then it's cut off.
It says, "Did you know there's 2 places?"
I would like to know.
Okay, Neilsville woman accused of 9th OWI offense. Holy.
Wow.
Criminal complaint shows 56-year-old Tammy Dyer charged with operating motor vehicle while under the influence, 9th offense.
That is not drinking Wisconsin, I believe, folks.
Nope. On Sunday, an officer, not the Lord's Day, was on patrol when they saw a vehicle traveling southbound on Hewitt Street, and the officer's radar indicated the vehicle was traveling over the speed limit.
Did you say 56?
She is 56, yeah.
I haven't seen her picture, but I bet it's a hard 56 if you're on DUI 9.
She looks like the average Wisconsin 56-year-old woman.
Smack dab in the middle, like at the end of the bar. She sure does. Yep, she sure does. Sitting there at the end of the bar with a cig. Well, not lit, but with a pile of pull tabs and a PBR in front of her. That's it.
Officer made contact with the driver, and she had very slurred speech and glossy eyes.
Oh, no.
When the officer asked, Dyer's like, I have not consumed any intoxicating beverage. And then they were like, get out of the vehicle, ma'am. As she got out, well, they could smell her, and she smelled like booze. They did the field sobriety test, and she failed to follow the test instructions properly. And then they were like, hey, will you take this breath test? And she's like, no. And then they placed her under arrest. They found a plastic cup containing a liquid that the officer suspected smelled of an intoxicating beverage. So then they had to go get her for a blood draw. We don't know what the blood draw was yet. We'll see what happens. What does the rest of the shirt say?
You know what I haven't?
There's two places.
You know what I haven't heard yet? Remember that dude, one of my favorite stories, the guy who got pulled over in Wisconsin. He goes, well, they must have used beer in the beer batter for the fish fry. Remember that argument he made?
Oh, yeah, that was up north.
Has anybody ever made an argument that they use fireball-scented soap when they bathe?
Oh, my God.
Wonder if that one's ever been used.
It's called cinnamon, dude. Cinnamon.
Okay. Sure, that makes perfect sense.
Okay, did you know there's two places you can stay free? In your lane and out of my business.
I want that.
Dude.
She knows everybody, what's going on. Dude, she owns Neilsville, man. She owns it. I will never forget that shirt. That's awesome. It's probably want a poster on for some weird shot in the women's room.
Oh no.
9 DUIs. God damn.
Yep.
56. I don't like those numbers. Don't mesh well. I mean, 56. I mean, I don't know how long if she sat yet, but you think she sat 6 months somewhere?
Well, let's see. Let me see, Capper.
I mean, when do you get serious about your DUIs? Hobby. At what point do you get serious about your DUIs in this state? 12. That's not a popular.
Well, I think you said. God dang, I can never remember because we changed it. But is it you sit after 3 now?
That's what I thought. Well, maybe she spaced them out since enough time went by on good behavior. Maybe she went 5-6 years without one.
Okay, let's see here.
Yeah. She must be. Yeah, I don't know.
Okay, so 2012 was her last one.
Okay. Well, she was doing kind of okay.
She was.
And she went cray-cray.
2012. Oh, man.
I think all the times between 2012 and 2020 and yesterday, she's like, when you see people around Wisconsin, are like, are they drunk or are they just trying not to hit that pothole? It's hard to tell which one's which.
You got that right.
It's hard.
So she was doing good for a while there, maybe she was in jail.
That's true. That's very true. I wouldn't bet on it. Can you CCAP her?
That's what I did.
Oh.
But it ain't going to tell you.
That's more of a career lifestyle than it is, bad luck, Let's see. So she got number 8 in 2012. God, she was the devil there for between 1 and 8. That lady was hammered all day, every day, and getting away with it.
Yeah, she likes to drink. She liked to drink.
She liked to drink. See if somebody knows her. What's her name again?
Tammy.
Tammy from Neilsville. That's up.
Tam.
Neilsville. I don't know if I've ever been to Neilsville. There must be 3 bars that she goes to in Neilsville.
She had to take obviously the booze class, the intoxicated driver assessment and safety plan.
Right.
I can't find. I don't know. I can't find. She did get verification of time served. So what did she have there? 4 years?
We might come in Neilsville.
More than that.
Is it Neilsville.
Discharge certificate was December of 2019, so that's 7 years.
She was in jail 7 years? No way. That would actually shock me. There must be a hanging judge up in whatever county that's in.
You stayed after your second, Michelle said.
Oh, man.
Well.
We had a good run there for a while. The streets were safe at night.
Girl, what are you doing?
DUIs.
Come on now. Well, after this one, you're in a whole nother level. You're at 10, and that's next tier.
I think 7 years would be enough to be a friendly enough reminder to have somebody come and get you, Uber or hitchhike or
well, and you ain't drinking
walk
for that amount of time. You can't tell me you ain't feeling better.
Right.
Come on. Right?
I'm just saying, as a 8-time offender, you must have been pretty popular up that way. So they probably, you think, who knows? Maybe she's drinking at home. Who knows? I assume she sat at a bar, but maybe not. But then why leave the house? Lay down, take a nap, for God's sake.
Why drink?
Yeah. Well.
You had 7 years sober.
Yeah.
You know?
You think the bartenders would have been enough to know when she's getting sloppy, and save her from herself?
Well, yeah. I mean, and she had a plastic cup in that car.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah, she's off the... Wait, are you on the wagon when you're drinking? Yeah.
You're on the wagon.
You're on the wagon.
You're on the wagon when you're sober. You're off the wagon when you're drinking.
Yeah, okay. Right, weird.
It's like a teetotaler is someone who's not drinking.
Which makes no sense to me. Hi, how's it going? Because I like to because you're totally drinking tea.
Yeah, I heard my name, Tammy.
Shut up.
What? Hello? One phone call. Is this Tammy? Yeah. Tammy?
Why do you say she had 7 years sober? Was she in jail for 7 years?
Well, yeah.
That's what.
Drop an F-bomb.
Big old F-bomb.
Pretty early for an F-bomb. But not too early for a Jaeger bomb.
Just ask Tammy.
Tammy knows.
Replay today the JJO Morning Show podcast. Get up with Johnny and D. JJO.
Ladies and gentlemen, yesterday, tragedy struck Madison, Wisconsin.
Little Hooters girl, her rumpa-tight bum. A groovy pair to see, double D fun.
Double D!
She brings me chicken wings, hot tongue. She wears tight, skimpy things, her tummy tight tum, rumpa-tight bum. Look at them guns. Oh, to ogle them, her rumpa-tight bum. That's why we come. Little Hooters girl, she's not a dum-dum. She brings cold beer to me.
This is more serious than I thought.
Yeah, dude.
We lost the Hooters.
Can't believe it, dude.
I can't believe it. I can't. I thought if there's one Hooters in America, it's throwing a big old F-U. It's Madison, Wisconsin, but it looks like we lost the Hooters yesterday.
Yeah, it was first posted in the Madison Foodie group, which is drama-filled.
Oh, no.
You've never, dude, go on, join the group. There's always a dose of drama in there.
It looked like a mass casualty of Hooters yesterday, from what I'm saying.
Well, so the post They said that they went there for lunch, and there was a sign on the door, and there was a Hooters girl standing there trying to get a hold of her manager.
With actually a top on.
So she didn't even know it was closed.
Perfect. That's perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then Google had it because people were like, "Are you sure?"
Well, they closed 30 of them yesterday.
And Google had it marked as permanently closed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Restaurant chain Hooters abruptly, and it says abruptly. I'm going to underline that on the computer screen so I don't forget it. Abruptly closed over 30 locations across multiple states yesterday. Hooters said it was a difficult decision, except we're not going to tell that one girl in her uniform at the front door.
Yeah, they were like, "We forgot you worked here. Sorry."
Hooters will be well positioned to continue our iconic legacy under a pure franchise business model. I know Hulk Hogan's trying to buy the name or the franchise. Or a part of it, anyway. The company did not respond to a follow-up inquiry. The company filed for bankruptcy in late March. Didn't indicate restaurants would be closing. Hooters is here to stay. Whenever they say that, it means it's the end. Because I've had a million program directors tell me that. And then I got fired.
Nothing's going to change. We're just going to do some rearranging in the finance area.
Strategy meeting.
Y'all are safe. And then you're not.
The company has been closing locations since at least 2024. Florida, a bunch of them in Florida, a bunch of them in Georgia, Rockford, Illinois. They were closed.
Oh, yeah?
Or no, I'm thinking of Janesville. Okay. Yeah. So Rockford, Indiana, Michigan, South Carolina, everybody. The location page for Madison.
John, there ain't a Hooters within driving distance.
Location page. It's going to be hard to get one of the girls at Panera Bread to unbutton an extra button. I think. I feel like that's a lost cause.
You are kicked out of Panera, dude.
Oh. The location page for the Madison, Wisconsin restaurant no longer available on the Hooters website. And I want you to call me. I want you to tell me what you're going to miss most about Hooters. 3210941. Instant Johnny Poll. What are you going to... I can tell you what I'm going to miss. I'm going to miss the damn steamed shrimp and the damn naked Daytonas.
Yeah?
What are you going to miss?
I wouldn't even know.
Say curly fries.
Curly fries.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't even know they had curly fries.
The sliders. Hey, you know what they had that you would have loved? Oh, I should have brought you some. They had the deep fried pickles. They're actually really, really good with ranch.
Were they sliced pickles or pickle spears?
No, sliced. Fantastic. Get them every time. Tell me what you're going to miss most about Hooters. Now, the West Side is now gone. Of course, we cut our teeth over at the West Side Hooters. I did a burnout on my Softail right in front of the stove.
Man.
It was great.
Save some poontang for the rest of us.
I can't. But my stomach was bigger than my eyes. I couldn't sleep with all the Hooter girls. I tried. God knows I tried. What was I saying? West Side. What a great restaurant that was at the West Side.
It was such a vibe, dude.
It was such a great vibe. Such a good feel. And back there in, behind the building where nobody could see weird things happening. I miss that place.
Yeah.
All right, what are you going to miss most about Hooters? Let me get in here. The east side of Madison is closed. Hello, you're on the radio.
Yeah, what I'm going to miss most about Hooters is driving by and going, I ain't stopping there.
How come? Why are you such a sourpuss?
Well, their wings were okay.
Yeah.
The waitresses, it was like, okay, well, half of them were there, half of them shouldn't have been there. My favorite one was, I took my son when he was like 10 years old to Hooters in Janesville.
Yeah.
I made him do the birthday thing, and there was one that was a little bit larger than the rest of them, could have ate him. And I made her sit on his lap, and then she had to hula hoop with him.
Oh, that's cool. How old was your kid?
10.
Well, that had to kind of be a thrill for
me.
Yeah, for sure, dude. Yeah, hey, dude, you could do that for me today, and you'd still get a rise out of me. I'd love it. All right, man. All right, thanks, dude.
Yep, bye.
All right. So there we got one for. My pen go, man. Oh, it's right there.
It's under your paper.
Yeah. Okay, so price. I'm keeping the price of chicken wings. All right, the price of chicken wings. right, what are you going to miss most about Hooters?
Oh, those brown plates that look like wood and the wet naps.
Oh, my God.
That's very specific.
And the wet naps.
Okay, I'm gonna write down wet naps, but I'm gonna look at it later and forget what that was all about.
The way he said it.
Yeah. What are you gonna miss about Hooters?
There are only two things I'm going to miss it from Hooters.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I got you. Boobs.
They had food?
Yeah. Right.
Sorry.
I'm gonna write.
Sorry, not sorry.
I'm gonna write boobs. We're gonna write boobs. What are you gonna miss about Hooters? Hello.
Yeah, your money. You're going to save more money looking at the same ugly chicks.
Okay. Answer, non-answer. All right. What are you going to miss about Hooters?
I'm going to miss the Hooters. About the Hooters.
Okay, that's going under boobs. What are you going to miss about Hooters?
Dude, mine's a two-part. I'm going to miss going in there for shrimp after golf with you.
Thank you, Phil.
But it's been a few years. But then I'm not going to miss is playing euchre till they say, get the hell out of here, the lights are off, and we have to mop the floors because you didn't pay your bill.
Right. That's old West Side euchre all-day challenge right there.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It did take me for a little bit by surprise, though. I'm turning 60 next week, and that's depressing enough. And then I'm like, damn.
Old
Hooters are closing.
You made it through the good years and the lean years of Hooters, Phil. We made it. We saw it all, man. The whole life cycle of Hooters, we made it.
Yep. And some of them busted out of there and got careers and are very successful now.
How many pitchers of beer, Phil, do you think we drank at the Hooters on the West Side? If you had to put an over/under on it, what would you put on it?
I would say I witnessed. I don't know how much I actually drank, but
yeah,
I witnessed.
That's a lie.
At least 100 pitchers.
At least 100 pitchers. All right. Okay, it was triple that number, but that's all right.
And a lot of shrimp.
And a lot of shrimp. I know.
Our account.
Shrimp was your favorite. I know. And hats off to our favorite old, not old, I made that sound bad, Cassie, who is, of course, let the mayhem run wild over on the West Side Hooters. Hey, look, if Cassie can't open the doors and let everybody just, go crazy and run those great promotions, Hooters had no chance.
She went on to run many successful
I know.
companies.
They should have put Cassie in charge. Hooters would have been fine today.
Well, they should have put you behind the counter and served beers, and they would have been just.
No, I tried to sleep with too much of the work, the work staff. That didn't work out.
And you don't look good in tight shorts.
No, I look horrible.
104 days.
All right, man. All right. Thanks, Phil. Your wife's on the other line. I gotta go. All right, bye. There's Phil. All right. What are you gonna miss about Hooters?
Wanking off in the bathroom.
Oh my Lord!
That's why most of the other Hooters closed. What are you gonna miss about? No. Okay. There's my poll. So
put it away.
Price of wings. Wet naps, weirdly, and boobs. Not the order I thought we were going to get.
Yeah, that was a strange list.
Yeah, everybody deviated.
Yeah.
Really strange. So there you go. Hooters gone bust.
It's a bunch of heathens that listen to this show.
As we say. I am surprised. We were at Hooters a couple of weeks ago after golf, and I actually had a good crowd. Obviously, not like the good old days. I don't know. I mean, that was about 3:30. They had a great crowd. So I don't know. Their weekends look good. I drive by. I don't know. Maybe it's a price thing. It's a staffing thing. I don't know. An image thing for sure. No doubt about it. It peaked. There's no doubt. Mm-hmm. We can say without a fact, Hooters peaked. Maybe a decade and a half ago, 2 decades. But it definitely peaked.
Yeah. I mean, some things just run their course, dude.
The food was fine. Yes, the price went up, but I thought the wings were still good. I still really like those Daytonas. Those grilled Daytonas, fantastic. But here we go. It's a new day. What do you think they're going to put in over there, dude?
Well.
Although I never actually. So I never heard anybody brag about how great Hooters food was. But I tell you what, it was the coldest damn tap beer in town. The great chicken wing and a good view. So that's my take. What's your hot take?
I can't have a hot take. I don't participate enough to have a hot take.
All right. Just checking.
Yeah. Am I happy I experienced it? Absolutely. But I was not involved enough to have a hot take.
So we had, what was the other thing we had in town? What was the other one called?
Tilted Kilt.
Oh, Tilted Kilt.
That I have a hot take on. Them Slavic broads with their glittery tits. I can't. Yeah.
Tilted Kilt made Hooters look like Dave and Buster's. I mean, dude, I got lap dances at Tilted Kilt.
They was real friendly.
I'm getting grinded on. I'm like, am I on camera? Are we allowed to do this?
She was like, try the clam strips. And I was like,
I believe I will.
I think I am right now.
And I don't even think I don't even think I'll order food.
The JJO Morning Show podcast with Johnny and D. Listen, rate, subscribe. Catch a new show every Monday through Friday, 6 till 10 a.m. on 94.1 JJO or streaming anywhere in the JJO app. Johnny and D, nowhere but JJO.